everyone, welcome to launch our brand new React JS course, that is React Baby. I am Samiran, a software engineer and currently pursuing my MTech in computer science and engineering from IIT Patna. This course is designed for absolute beginner, starting from zero knowledge and guiding you step by step to become industry ready. Every day we will cover one key topic, explained in a way that's simple, practical, and relevant to real world development. And here my guarantee, even if you know nothing about React today, by the end of this course, you will be confident enough to build real world projects. If you ever have doubt or question, don't worry. Join our Telegram and WhatsApp groups for quick support, or get personal guidance through Learn with Bhaiyas. Today's session is quick overview. We'll walk through all the major topics that we will be covering in this journey. So make sure you stay till the end. Let's get started with React Baby, your first step towards become a React developer. So here mention all the content or topics we will cover in upcoming days. First, introduction to React.js. Why use React? Setting up a React environment, understanding JSX, component in React, creating and rendering components, props in React, state in React, handling events, conditional rendering, and list and keys, styling, React components, styled components, introduction, React hook, introduction, and useState recap. useEffect basic usage, useEffect deep dive, dependency array, useEffect deep dive, cleanup function, useEffect deep dive, fetching data, use context for state management, useReducer hook, also React reference and use reference, React memo and use memo optimization intro. Also React memo preventing re-renders, React router basic, React router advanced, fetching data with fetch and Axios, handling fetching states, loading and error, custom hooks, React query introduction, Redux fundamentals, Redux hooks, use selector and use dispatch, and Redux toolkit means RTK. Also advanced React patterns, React performance optimization, also testing React application, and many more advanced topics which is required for industry. So at first we will know basic introduction of React.js. What is React.js? So if we define this, then we can say React.js is an open source JavaScript library for building interactive user interfaces declaratively. Core purpose of React.js basically for UI development or UI library. React primarily serves as a component based front-end library focusing on building dynamic web UIs efficiently. What is the origin and development? Originally developed by Facebook in 2011, React was created to address UI complexity in large scale applications. Next, we have to know why use React, because this is basically components based architecture, means enables encapsulated reusable UI elements that improve maintainability, modularity, and development scalability. Declarative syntax simplifies UI creation by describing what the interface should look like rather than manipulating DOM directly like we use in HTML. Virtual DOM and performance efficiently updates UI by minimizing real DOM manipulation through virtual DOM, diffing and batching updates. And when we will post or discover each topic day by day, in each topic we will cover all the topics in very descriptive way. Next, how we set our environment for React using create React app means CRA. This automates setup by React project with sensible defaults and integrated build tools. In future, we will see in VS Code also that how we can create our React projects using CRA means create React app. Also, we will see that how we can create a React product using White for faster development. If we use White for React project, then the project will very high performance than create React app. Next is what is JSX? JSX syntax basically allows combining HTML-like syntax directly in JavaScript code. Means if we use HTML project or if we develop any HTML project, in this project we write HTML code, JavaScript code, CSS code separately. In React, we write the HTML-like syntax directly in JavaScript code for intuitive UI component definition. JSX, what is the difference between JSX and HTML? JSX resembles HTML but supports embedding dynamic expressions using curly braces for more interactive rendering. Embedding JavaScript expression inside JSX, curly braces let you insert variable function call or expressions evaluated at runtime dynamically. Next, we have to know the components in React. Means when we create or develop any React project, then for performance or for optimized code, we use component based work. Means components encapsulate UI logic and rendering, enabling modular, usable, and maintainable interface elements. Also, we use functional component, that is modern React favor functional components for their simplicity and direct usage of hooks to manage state and side effects. And in React, we can use also class. Class components offer lifecycle methods but are less prevalent now due to hooks and simpler functional component pattern. Next, creating and rendering components. We need to define functional component. Create React simple function returning JSX to represent UI reusable elements, managing props as function parameters. Render with React DOM.render, where we need to mount component into a specific DOM element synchronously during initial load phase. Then render with create root API, where create root enables concurrent rendering, improving performance and supports React 18 features for future-proof applications. Next, we are going to describe in very short the props in React. What is props or what is the use of props? Props pass immutable data from parent to child, enabling customizing and dynamic rendering of components. Prop types or type checking. Prop type validate prop types at runtime, helping catch bugs early and improving component reliability. Next, state in React. What is state in React? State defining that data within component that can dynamically change, influencing UI rendering outcomes. We can use also use state as state management in locally. Means use state is a React hook enabling stateful logic inside functional component through state variable and setter. Next, handling events means synthetic event explained. React wraps native browser event into a synthetic event system, ensuring cross-browser compatibility and consistent API. We use camel case for event naming. We pass arguments for in event handler. Next, conditional rendering. We use if else, ternary operator, logic and operator for conditional rendering in React.js. Next, we use keys in list for show or load all the list element properly, or we can track all the list element properly. For this, we can use map function, or we can use unique key prop role, or we can customly create index for loading the list. Next, styling React component. We can write inline CSS. We can write module based CSS, and there have many way of writing CSS for React.js code. Style component introduction. We can use CSS in JS paradigm. We can scope the styling benefit. We can write CSS for dynamic styling. Next, React hook. Introduction and use state recap. Where we use state basically handle the local state. We use hooks enable functional component to use state and lifecycle features previously exclusively to class components, and in functional component for managing the lifecycle of React.js we use effect, and by using use effect we can uh, use the lifecycle method of React.js. Automatic invocation of every renders. For this purpose, we use basically use effect. Next, use effect deep dive dependency array to control effect execution timing by tracking specified variables, limiting unnecessary runs for performance optimization. We use dependency array. Then we will see the use of use effect for cleanup function. Then we will see that how we can fetch data from any API or any JSON file using use effect. For state management purpose, we use basically use context, and in upcoming videos we will describe use context in very descriptive mode, and we also use reducer for handle the action returning a new state based and on action type logic precisely. Next, we will see the React reference and use of use reference. Then we will see how we can use memo or and use memo for optimization of React product. And in upcoming videos, we will also discuss that how we can use memo for preventing re-renders. Then we will discuss the router in React. Then we will see how we can call any data from API or any JSON using fetch and Axios in React.js. Then we will see the loading and error in fetching state or fetching data from any API. Then we will see how we can create custom hooks in React.js. Then this is the very important topic in React.js that is basically React query. And in upcoming videos, we will see how we use React query for SSR or server side management or server side development. Then we will see Redux, and in Redux we will see action reducer and store and many other things. And Redux is very important topic in React.js. React product used the Redux and RTK means Redux toolkit, and we will see the use of use selector and use dispatch in Redux hooks, and there have many more uh, patterns in React.js for increasing the website or web application performance in real time. And in upcoming videos, we will see all the topic, all the feature in coding mode, in descriptive mode, and at last we will see how we can test our React application for production. And here is all the content we will discuss in upcoming videos, and this is basically from zeroth level to industry working level. Thank you for watching these videos, and please subscribe our channel for upcoming videos.